Number one, fresh water is important to life on Earth. People can only survive by using fresh water for A. Bathing, B. Washing, or C. Drinking. Number two, what term is used to describe the unending circulation of water's Earth supply? What term is used to describe the unending circulation of Earth's water supply? A. Water balance, B. Water cycle, or C. Base level. Number three, once water makes it all the way through the water cycle, the water A. starts the cycle over again, B. disappears, C. has finished that cycle and moves on to a different cycle. Number four, what is the source of energy for the water cycle? What's the source of energy? A. Ocean, B. Wind, C. Sun. Number five, after a rain, a puddle of water remains on a sidewalk. After a day of sunshine, the puddle is gone. Which process is most responsible for the disappearance of the puddle? A. Transpiration, B. Evaporation, or C. Condensation. Number six, precipitation happens when clouds of water droplets are too A. Heavy, B. Light, or C. Hot. Precipitation happens when clouds of water droplets are too heavy, light, or hot. Number seven, identify the steps of the water cycle on the diagram by dragging the term to its correct location. So you're going to take these four things and drag them to the correct spot. Condensation, evaporation, percolation, transpiration. So again, take these four things and drag them to the correct spot. Number eight, identify the steps of the water cycle on the diagram by dragging the term to its correct location. Your terms are down here: groundwater, precipitation, runoff, solar radiation. Number nine, which of the following explains how water undergoes a state of change in one stage of the water cycle in order to move from the ocean surface into the air? Move from the ocean surface into the air. A. Liquid water that is heated by the sun becomes a gas and rises. B. Gaseous water rises as it's cooled by the ocean. C. Gaseous water collects in drops of fog above the ocean's surface. Ten, which part of the water cycle includes rain, snow, sleet, and hail? Which part of the water cycle includes rain, snow, sleet, and hail? A. Evaporation, B. Condensation, C. Precipitation. Number 11, surface ocean currents are mostly created by A. Winds, B. Ships, or C. The cold. Number 12, select three factors that affect surface ocean currents. Select three. A. Upwelling, B. Continental deflection, C. Coriolis effect, D. Global winds. What causes the air and surface currents to curve because the Earth is rotating? What causes the air and surface currents to curve because the Earth is rotating? A. Coriolis effect, B. Deep ocean currents, or C. Surface ocean currents. Number 14, look at the picture. Choose the statement below which best describes the movement of surface ocean currents. The movement. Do they go counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere and clockwise in the northern hemisphere? Both the northern and the southern hemisphere go clockwise, or both the northern and southern hemisphere go counterclockwise. What do you notice about this picture? "15. What is the main cause for deep ocean currents? What is the main cause for deep ocean currents? A. Upwelling, B. Tides, or C. Differences in density. The main cause for deep ocean currents. Upwelling, tides, or differences in density. Number 16. How does salinity relate to density? Decreasing salinity increases density. Increasing salinity decreases density. Or salinity does not change the density. How do these two things relate? Number 17. Cold ocean currents are most likely to be located at deeper ocean depths than warm currents because cold ocean currents are most likely to be located at deeper ocean depths than warmer currents because A. Ocean tides force cold water downwards. B. Cold water is more dense and sinks. C. Cold water has less salt to help it freeze and sink. Number 18. Where is the coldest and saltiest water located in the ocean? Where is the coldest and saltiest water located in the ocean? A. The deepest parts. B. Shallowest parts. C. At the equator. 19. What is the movement of cold, deep ocean water that replaces warm water at the surface and brings nutrients to the coastline? What is the movement of cold, deep ocean water that replaces warm water? Upwelling, a surface current, or Coriolis effect. Number 20. Where do cold currents originate? Where do cold currents originate? A. At the poles. B. Coastal areas. C. High tides. Last question, we're almost there. Number 21. The image above shows the flow of ocean currents. The red lines are warm water, and the blue lines are cold water. Based on the map, which USA coast has warmer water? The East Coast or the West Coast?